Okay, I am gonna show my friend Emily how to make a granny square. Best friend wants to make a granny square, so best friend is gonna make a granny square. So I am using probably Red Heart yarn, just a worsted weight yarn, and a 6mm hook. And we're going to make a slip knot, which I have videos on how to make a slip knot and videos on how to chain. So I sent those to her and told her to learn how to do those things because she's got some knowledge of crochet. So let's chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that'll help. And then we're going to slip stitch into number 1. So slip stitch, whoops, slip stitch, and now there is a circle between those 4 chains, okay? So just pinch your middle finger and your ring, or your thumb through there to hold that circle open. And now you're gonna chain 3. That chain 3 is gonna be your first double crochet. And now we're gonna do 2 more double crochets inside that circle so that we have 3 double crochets to start. That first chain 3 is a double crochet, and then you've got 2 real double crochets, okay? Then I'm going to chain 3 for my corner, okay? Now go back into this circle and do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. This sucker is full of 3s. Now we're going to chain 3 again to make our next corner and do 3 double crochets. Now we're going to do another chain 3, and we're going to do our last set of double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And now we have to finish this corner by chaining 3, and then we're going to slip stitch into the top of this chain 3 that we made at the beginning. So 1, 2, 3, slip stitch through there, and we have got our first square. That's our center. So we've got 4 corners, we've got 4 sides, and now we're going to chain 3, and that is going to count as our first stitch when we come back around to this side. You'll see that in a second. So chain 3, skip straight over to this next hole, and then put 3 double crochets, because that is our pattern for a granny square. It's 3 double crochets in a space, except for the corners. It's 3 double crochets in the space, chain 3 to make a new corner, 3 double crochets in the same space in the corner, okay? And that makes our first corner of the second round. I don't chain here or anything. I skip straight over to this next hole, and I put 3 double crochets in that hole. I chain 3, and then I put 3 more double crochets in that hole. Skip right over to the next hole and put 3 double crochets, a chain 3, and 3 double crochets. Skip over to this next hole, put 3 double crochet, a chain 3, and 2 double crochets. And I'll tell you why, because we're back at where we started. That chain 3 is our first stitch, and that chain 3 is going to count as your first stitch every row as it grows. So we started in the corner with a chain 3 and skipped over to the next corner. So when we get around and finish, we're going to end with 2 double crochets, and we're going to slip stitch into that chain 3 to complete our granny cluster. Okay, so we just finished round 2. Okay, so in round 1, you have 1 cluster per side. In round 2, you have 2 clusters per side. So when we get here, chain 3 to make that first double crochet, and then we're going to put 2 more double crochets in that hole. So that's our first granny cluster. Jump straight over here, and we're back to the corner. So we're doing 3 double crochets, 3 chains, and 3 double crochets. There's our next hole. We're going to jump right over and put 3 double crochets in it. Now we're going to jump right over to our corner and put 3 double crochets, a chain 3, and 3 double crochets. Okay, now we move on to this next hole. Put 3 double crochet, we move over to the next corner and do our 3 3 3 pattern. 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet. We go to this hole and just put 3 in there. Go to our last corner, do our 3 3 3 pattern. 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. And then we started this round with that chain 3, and we're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. Okay, so that is the beginning of the granny square. And we're out here, we would chain 3 and skip over to this hole and put 3 double crochet in there, and then do our corner pattern, which is 3 double crochet, 3 chains, 3 double crochet. Jump over here and put 3 double crochet, jump over here and put 3 double crochet. So I guess, Emily, if you need any more help or you want to yell at me or cuss at me, text me.